when we talk about Lenz law actually gives us the direction of the induced EMF. Okay, so let's try and understand it experimentally. You can see there is a coil, basically a circular coil, and I'm trying to place the magnet near it. I'm trying to bring the magnet near it. Because of that, what's happened is, there is some current being induced. Now, because the current is induced, this circular coil becomes a current carrying coil. Now, the moment it becomes a current carrying coil, it has its own magnetic field. So that magnetic field and the magnetic field due to the bar magnet will interact. Now, what type of magnetic field is generated? So you can see a magnetic field with north polarity. So I'm trying to bring the north pole near it, and that is causing this current to flow. And but this current is generating another magnetic field of the same polarity, which will oppose the motion of this north pole towards it. So in simple words, what I want to say over here is, you know, the motion of this bar magnet is generating this current I, but this current I is generating a magnetic field which is opposing this motion. So the direction of this induced current is such that it will oppose its own cause. This is what Lenz law says. Okay, let's have a look at it. You try to move this magnet away, then the current reverses. Okay, current is induced, but the direction reverses in such a way that, you know it creates its own magnetic field of south polarity. Now this south polarity will try to attract north, so it's not allowing the magnet to come close to it, neither it is allowing the magnet to move away from it. That means what it is trying to do, it is trying to keep the magnet stationary. So in simple words, can I say the direction of the induced EMF is such that it will oppose its own cause. Now what was the cause? The motion of this magnet. But then this current is not allowing this motion of the magnet to happen. That's what Lenz law says. Okay. So according to Lenz law, then friends, here you can have a look at it. The direction of the induced EMF by electromagnetic induction is such that it will oppose its own cause. Please make a note of it, friends. Okay, friends. So here you can have a quick comparison between the magnitude and direction of induced EMF. So in magnetic effects of electric current, we have seen Fleming's left-hand rule. Now this is the concept which leads to the working of electric motor. So in Fleming's left-hand rule, we knew that the thumb of a left hand is representing the force or the motion. The index finger gives you magnetic field, and the central finger gives you current. Whereas when we talk about electromagnetic induction, we want to apply Fleming's right hand rule. Now, what is this right hand rule giving us? You can see in the similar way, but we are going to use right hand rule. So thumb will give you the direction of force motion, index finger magnetic field, and the middle finger will give you the current. So we are going to use right hand rule for depicting the direction of current, vice versa. And this leads to the concept of electromagnetic induction, leads to the concept of generators, basically. Okay, so here specifically we have mentioned left hand rule is for electric motors and right hand rule is for generators. Please make a note of it. Very, very important slide. Obviously, now this induced EMF will be always depicted in terms of Lenz law. Always. Okay, let's proceed forward. So here you can see, according to Fleming's right hand rule, the thumb, forefinger, and the middle finger, they are stretched perpendicular to each other. Thumb gives you the direction of force, index finger magnetic field, and the central finger gives you the direction of current. Okay, let's move further then. Let's move ahead. We were talking about Lenz law. Okay, so how this Lenz law comes into picture. So basically, whenever we try to, move the coil or a magnet, there is a counter force which is being generated to restrict the motion. Okay, so that counter force developed as per Newton's third law. which states that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. All right, and this leads to Lenz's law. Please make a note of it. Okay, hopefully noted. Here you can have a look at it. This is something which we have discussed in greater details. Here I am trying to move the magnet towards the coil which induces current in it, but that current produces magnetic field of north polarity which will oppose this motion. I try to move this away, south polarity is being generated over here. Again, that motion is also opposed. Here you can see Lenz's law states that the direction of induced EMF is such that it will oppose the cause which produces it. So here you can see the Lenz's law and magnitude and direction of induced EMF, they will work according to law of conservation of energy, which states energy can neither be created or nor destroyed. The sum of energy remains constant in the system. So here we can have a flow chart, okay, for Lenz's law. Changing magnetic field reinforced by an iron core induces EMF. Now this induces EMF which drives alternating current, which induces its own magnetic field, and this magnetic field will be opposing the changing magnetic field which has created it. All right. So here, in simple words, we can say mechanical work is done against the opposing force experienced by moving magnet, and this work is converted into electrical energy basically. Please make a note of it. Very, very important slide. So here specifically we can come to a conclusion then. Okay. We can have a look at two pictures over here, before interaction and after interaction. Okay, magnetic field interaction produces an opposite force because two magnetic fields are interacting now. Here again we state Lenz's law finally as EMF is generated by changing magnetic flux, and the polarity of the induced EMF is such that it produces the current whose magnetic field opposes the change which produces it.